Hello, folks. Welcome back. It's been a while and I hope you're all doing fine. As discussed in our previous video, today we will continue our journey of exploring the most reputed builders in Hyderabad. We specifically said we will analyze and share top 10 reputed builders. We've started with Aparna, and today, as you can see on the screen, we'll be exploring ASBL. Now, typically, there's been a process behind choosing the most reputed builders, be it the quality, number of years of experience, the kind of projects that they do, a lot of maintenance efforts that they put in, right? Various set of factors. And to be honest, ASPL has very few on the plate for us to put it in the top 10, in all honesty. But there's a reason why we've included them, and we'll get to that shortly. Just to cover top line facts, ASBL is co-founded by Mr. Ajitesh, who is a second generation real estate entrepreneur. Their father sort of helmed affairs and ran Ashoka Builders. You might have seen in various regional and national podcasts. They've put it on their website too, so it's not a surprise. Generally came across as someone who is well spoken and knowledgeable, right? And one of the things that really sets them apart, and the reason for including them was they have incredibly strong teams who are running their digital marketing, be it their website or be it the amount of demand that they've generated for that website, and also the kind of activity that they do, be it influencer led or just going deeper and talking to consumers. I think I was quite spellbound by that. In fact, to surprise you, let me just quickly pull up a fact. Now, what you're looking at on the screen is a quick comparison of website visits to Aparna, My Home, ASPL, Rajapushpa, and Vasavi Group. Just some random over the last 13 months worldwide. Now, here is what really took me by surprise. Despite the years of experience that all of them have had, ASBL has had a remarkable success just in the last 4 to 5 months, and they've become the most visited builder in Hyderabad. A lot of this is because of the digital activity that they're doing. It's not particularly, as you can see, a very strong pipeline of projects that they have, but despite that, they've become quickly recognizable in Hyderabad, right? So, this is one of the primary reasons for including them in the top 10 reputed builders. It's down to the pure fact of how much strong demand that they're driving. Well, let's go back to our, um, exploring the different set of projects. So, apart from digital marketing, I think Mr. Ajitesh also has a strong set of future pipeline projects. They have a future IPO in mind. This is not about the company's goals and internal dynamics, but it's purely to help you understand how they're thinking about, you know, um, the next set of projects, the kind of projects that they've come up with. IPO usually puts them in higher rigor in terms of profitability, showcasing to investors that they have had a good run. So all of this translates to the kind of projects and the kind of quality that they will maintain. Now, at a high level, my personal observation is I have not seen or lived in any of these communities. They have ASBL Lakeside that they've handed over. The maintenance, the reviews look okay, but there's only 4 projects in pipeline for us to review. So let's just look at pros and cons. Firstly, it looks like they're quite strategic about picking their locations. He's also mentioned that they buy the land outright, which is a very rare process in real estate. Usually it's taken for development. So that's why I think they're being quite strategic and selective about where they develop these projects. They're quite customer centric. Their unit plans are, although cookie cutter, I would say, they're still slightly unique. We'll go into that when we look at some of the projects. The price is quite premium given the location mainly. That's on the con side. But the other aspect is, at least that I felt, was the density. For example, ASBL Spire has only one tower and has like 8 to 10 units per floor. Not generally recommended for a project where you're shelling out 10,000 per square feet. Right? That's my personal POV. So, at a broad level, we understand that they have the projects at strategic locations, diverse set of offerings, exclusive 3 BHK communities. Um, One project offers 4 BHK, but primarily customer centric designs, operates at an affordable to premium price points. That is the need of the market. And then I believe they have roughly around 3,000 units all put together, the four projects that we're going to sort of touch upon. So let me just quickly go over Spectra, which is set in about 8 acres, roughly about 1,200 units, Nanakramguda, amazing location, all 3 BHK units. The main USP is the balcony here. The balcony sort of extends into a bit of a different shape and more spacious than ordinary. So the main, obviously, USP being location and also some of the balcony plans for this one. Next is Loft, which is set in 5 acres, again 2 towers. I almost see this as 2x of the recently concluded project ASBL Spire. So Loft is about 5 acres, 894 units. As you can see, the density is really, really high. But again, exclusive 3 BHK communities, roughly about 1.82 crore as a starting ticket size. Reasonable pace of progress. I've recently driven down this belt, and I think quite in line with what they've promised in terms of the progress. And then in this belt, last would be ASBL Spire. Handed over, no GST if you want to buy now. Exclusive 3 BHK as well, 1910 to 2010 square feet. The access road is a bit of a challenge. That's one downside, and personally, I don't see this as a massive gated community. For it to qualify, at least 3 to 4 acres would be a good sized gated community, especially in Kokapet. But the other downside being the access road. There's a road connecting from Golden Mile layout. You can see the works happening here to all the way my home Grava and my home 99, which connects to Neopolis. So this needs to happen for Spire to have a bit more visibility. And lastly, the latest kid on the block is ASBL Landmark. I personally cover most of Western Hyderabad, as you know, but just in terms of builder and their focus. So this is set in about 6.6 acres, 676 units, bang on the Y junction. You would have followed the news. If not, they've actually clocked in 500 crore in sales apparently on day one. I would take that with a pinch of salt, but generally a good sign for a builder. My personal POV, it's a very, very crowded road. Like the downside of a unit in this would be, how crowded this main road is. I personally find this road to be very, very messy to drive. But that said, there are very good set of advantages as well. Like in most cases, it's next to the largest mall in Hyderabad, uh, to be handed over. It's called Lakeshore Mall, developed by someone from Abu Dhabi. Don't know the finer details, but stone's throw away. And you're looking at 1.3x the biggest mall in Hyderabad, which is the Shared City AMB Mall, right? And the other aspect being very accessible to the Balanagar metro. You can literally walk to this, and that makes things very, very easy. So yeah, and this particular project offers 3 and 4 BHK. This is the only project that has 4 BHKs, 1645 to 2860, and you should be looking at 2.5 CR for the 4 BHK as a ticket size. Well, I think we've spoken at length about ASBL and why we've included them. I was particularly spellbound by their strong, digital media engagement, website to the traffic, which is a leading indicator to demand, and how they've clocked in like 500 sales, 500 crore sales in on day one. That's also quite impressive. Um, so yes, all of this put together sort of made us review this particular project. In summary, I think it stands out as a new kid on the block who's delivered some good stuff, has a lot of good projects in pipeline, exclusive 3 BHK, catering to today's generation of homeowners, especially the younger generation. And I hope they live up to the promise in terms of maintenance and quality as well. With that, in the next video, we will cover DSR SSI, known for their ultra luxurious projects in Hyderabad. And if you found this useful, if you have any comments, questions, feel free to drop them. If you have missed anything, feel free to correct me too. With that, thanks for watching and see you in the next one.